Have you ever tried to save someone and ended up bleeding for it? Have you ever believed that if you loved hard enough, cared deeply enough, sacrificed enough, you could change someone's nature? There once was a traveler walking through a cold mountain path. The wind was sharp, the sky was gray, the road was long and lonely. He was known in nearby villages as a kind man. Too kind, some would whisper. He never ignored a cry for help. He never walked past suffering. He believed goodness was powerful enough to melt any darkness. As he walked along a narrow trail, he heard a faint sound. A weak hiss. He stopped, looked around, listened carefully. There, half buried beneath snow and leaves, was a snake. Its body was stiff from the cold, its eyes barely open, its breath shallow. "Please," the snake whispered weakly. "Help me, or I will die here." The traveler stepped back in surprise. A snake. Every story he had ever heard warned about snakes. They were dangerous, unpredictable, venomous. But as he looked closer, he saw not danger. He saw suffering. "If I leave you," he said quietly, "you will freeze." The snake nodded faintly. "I will not harm you," it murmured. "I am too weak. Just warmth. That is all I need." The traveler hesitated. His mind whispered caution, but his heart shouted compassion. He gently picked up the snake and placed it inside his coat, close to his chest. "I will save you," he said firmly. As he continued walking, he felt the cold body slowly warming against him. He felt proud. He imagined telling the story one day, how he had saved even a creature feared by all, how kindness had won. Minutes passed. The snake's breathing grew stronger, its body more alive, its eyes sharper. Suddenly, a sharp pain exploded in his chest. The traveler gasped. He stumbled, fell to his knees in the snow. The snake had bitten him. Venom began to spread through his veins. He looked down in disbelief. "Why?" he whispered, voice shaking. "Hurt? I saved you." The snake slid out of his coat, fully alive now, eyes cold and clear. "You knew what I was," the snake replied quietly. "I am a snake." The traveler's breath grew weaker. His heart pounded against poison. In that freezing silence, he finally understood something he had refused to accept his whole life. Deep realization. Kindness does not rewrite nature. Compassion without wisdom is self-destruction. The snake did not betray him. It behaved exactly as a snake behaves. The betrayal was not in the bite. It was in his refusal to see clearly. He had believed he was strong enough to change danger into gratitude. He had believed love alone was protection. He had believed being a good person was a shield. But goodness without boundaries is an open door. And not everyone who asks for warmth deserves to live in your chest. As the snow began to fall again, the traveler closed his eyes, not in anger, but in understanding. He had spent his life trying to rescue everything. But he never asked one important question. Is this soul cold, or is it poisonous? There is a difference between someone who is lost and someone who hunts, between someone who is wounded and someone who wounds. You cannot turn venom into virtue with affection. You cannot grow grapes from a cactus, no matter how much you water it. Some people do not need saving. They need distance. Protecting your peace is not cruelty. It is wisdom. Keep your heart kind, but keep your eyes open.